So as I was mentioning in chat, because the first week of ESEA season is played right now, and most of these teams are probably from ESEA, we're going to be seeing Cobble come out of most of these matches because that's what they've been playing and practicing.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that like some team doesn't just ban Cobble because they're confident. And is this pistol round already?
Yeah, we're already in the pistol round. So as per usual, we see Enfo coming out with the Deagle in the round 1. Smoke, 2 flashes onto Imperious. We're probably going to see this fake that they love to sell. See what happens. We see most of the players over toward the B site. Or, sorry, excuse me, A site, 2 over toward the B. Bomb going A already toward the terrorist side. And
hopefully, BornGG has not been stream sniping because they would know we talked about this pistol strat that iNTACT likes to run. Which they're probably going to sell a fake. Oh, actually, they might be committing this time. They're pushed far up. There's only 2 players. And they're pretty far back on the CT side as well. Auto Director needs to get me over here into the action. VicX able to pick up 1. And they have a bomb plant.
And now we have the 3 versus 4. Bomb plant down. But good advantage now, I think, to the terrorists with the bomb down because you only have to watch angles. And nice headshot there from Mac1. Imperious able to get the trade. Picky chiming in with 1 as well. Hot Dog headshot onto Imperious. And that's going to be the defuse on round 1 here. At DreamHack Denver Open 2017, round 3 of the
Open Qualifier.
Open Qualifier. Yeah, no winner side of this. I'm used to saying the winner side. I don't have to say that in this game. I love it.
You got real close to making it through that flawlessly, and then I would have just stared at you for like 4 more seconds again, just without saying anything.
Dude, no, it's the fighting games coming out in me, guys. There's no winner side in this. This is a best of 1 elimination series, so if you lose a map, you are out. Of course, at this tournament, we'll see the likes of FaZe. We'll see the likes of NIP.
At DreamHack Denver.
At DreamHack Denver.
Yeah.
They have indeed gotten through the first phase of qualification and have gone to the closed qualifiers. So now, as we move into the second round here, Mac with the nice auto shotgun kill. Welly, couple on the MP9. Enfo able to trade 1 up on the P250, and now we have the 2 versus 4 to BornGG. And all the players have backed off and have found defensive positions, and surely iNTACT is going to have a hard time finding any more in this round.
Yep, the goal here, just save money. They got the bomb plant in the first round. They're going for the AKs on the second round, which is going to be BornGG's first real challenge in this game other than, I guess, the pistol round, obviously. But yeah, we're just looking for them to mop up the rest of the players. Actually, Picky might go down. He does. Imperious is able to pick that up, and he will get an M4 for his troubles, but he has no armor with which to shoot other players. And, okay, Welly coming flying in out of nowhere, gets taken down as well. Imperious is in a 1v2 with 53 seconds, and it looks like he might... Oh, unfortunately. Whoa. One whoa? Whoa.
I like whoa.
Whoa?
We'll go with whoa for now.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa!
Okay.
All right, so he's able to pick up the last kill of the round there, moving them into round 3 here. Full buy coming in from iNTACT, and this is where we separate the men from the boys. See what strat they can come in from on the terrorist side. We see a lot of utility, a lot of flashbangs, a lot of smokes. We do have a Molotov out as well. See where they put that to good use. We do see the 2-3 split coming in from BornGG. Not opting to put 1 player toward the A site, and now iNTACT all toward the B site. Flash out onto Plat, good trade by Kai onto Picky, and Welly, no rotation from him, 1 rotator over from the A site, and now Bomb may back off.
Yeah, that pick is definitely going to favor the terrorists. They now have a 4v4, which is going to spread the counter-terrorists even more out across this map. 3 players towards the B site, and Welly over here at A, trying to figure out if there are any terrorist players lurking for him in the A halls. But it looks like the bomb, I mean, can't say anything for sure yet. There's a lot of time left in the round. The bomb is dropped. The terrorists are just going to be trying to find any other opening they can get into this round.
Interesting. The AUG buy coming out from Mac1. He is going to play toward the chicken coop. He's going to have a good scope in toward the drop room here. But they still have 1 player toward the A long as well. They're going to have all of the information they need. If iNTACT chooses to rotate back toward the A site, you actually see them rotating 1 more player over toward the A. They're going to do the 2-2 split. And this is why it's so important to have every member of the counter-terrorist side alive, because now they have no mid control if iNTACT decides to take drop.
Hot Dog getting traded out for Kai. Mac1 goes down as well. Kai picks up a second one in the round. Spawn plant going down on B. VicX on the lurk picks up Welly, and that's huge because now Woe is alone with a Mac 10. He's pushing around the pillar, though. And the auto director has failed me by not showing me that kill. That is okay. Is Vic going to be able to make... No. That's the round. That's the defuse. Vic was a little bit too far away. Unfortunately, iNTACT not able to stall enough time for that flank to come in. And, I mean, that was a very close round that they narrowly lost.
And great play coming in with the MP9 there from Woe. Going to be a huge pickup from him, recognizing that he has the time just to stick the defuse, doesn't have to worry about it. He got the intel from his teammate that he was traded down there at the A ramp. And so it was a really long rotate coming in from VicX, not able to make it. But he still has that AK. So we'll see if he can put it into good use as we have a few players toward the A site here from iNTACT. And we see a couple getting ready to push into the lower position.
Kai with the deagle, trying to find anyone that might be lurking in danger. Counter terrorists seem very comfortable to hold their angles and wait for the terrorists to push in. We do have a couple flashbangs on the terrorist side. Looks like they're going to be flashed into long. We have Mac 1 with the MP9. And this is going to be a massacre spray down. Gets one, actually doesn't get the second, gets traded. The M4, the big guns coming in, also gets traded as well. This is a 3-on-3 for the terrorists as they push on the A site. This spray down is going to get nasty. The second one through the wood for Picky. VicX all alone in wood and gets sprayed down by Woe with the AK. That wood does not offer a lot of protection. If the other team knows you're there and they have rifles, you are certainly going to have a nasty time.
We're not playing PUBG anymore. We can wallbang in this game. We can hit people through the walls.
Bullet penetration, man. What a concept.
What a concept. And now, as we move into round 5, we see the full buy coming out from iNTACT again. We have the Molotovs, we have the flashes, and now we're going to be able to see an absolute full execute coming out from iNTACT. This is their shot to make their mark here in this game. Game 3. DreamHack Open 2017 Denver.
Mac 1, again, purchasing the AUG. I don't know if he's just role-playing. Looks like he's holding solo A with that.
Maybe he just really likes that weapon. Maybe it's just his thing, you know? We saw Shroud pick it up a little bit toward the end of his professional career. Maybe he's just, maybe he just uses that gun. Maybe he loves it.
Oh, Picky with the dirty headshot through smoke onto Enfo. That is a brutal pick to get for the counter-terrorists. Taking very little risk and managing to get a kill there. They're able to spread another player towards A, knowing that the terrorists haven't been able to push out on B, that they probably have players over here. VicX is only in the snake, though. The bomb's still above drop. It looks like they may end up going for drop control. Could possibly be an A split coming out here.
I mean, they do have Max boosted up there toward the A long. Can watch both positions, lower and long from the boost. And we see the playthrough connector. Whoa, headshot through the pillar. Welly pick up out the door as well. And now Kai, one of his own. That's at the E-box position, but Mac, there's one with the AUG.
So he's boosted up onto that wall there, which is, I mean, that's a pretty good spot to play. And the AUG is not a bad gun. It's just unnecessarily expensive, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, that's a fair thing to say about it.
Yeah, it's just doesn't offer that much over the M4. Spray pattern, I think, might be a little more strange, but that is a subtle detail.
And moving into round 6, we have another buy coming out from iNTACT. And we'll kind of see that pattern as they move into the big loss bonus now. Kind of buys every round if they continue to lose rounds, but now we hope that they can pull something back and gain some traction. We hope to see a better game of Counter-Strike.
This is a fast B play. We've seen iNTACT do this throughout the qualifier so far. Getting a headshot. Mac picks up 2 around the pillar but gets traded. Skull chimes back onto Picky as well. It's a 3v3 all-out brawl. Whoa, can't find Vic by the pillar, but he does find Enfo through smoke. And HawpT with the nade. VicX is alone. And Woe was able to find him for, I believe, a 3K in the round as well. That is quite some work coming out from the CT side. I thought with that aggression that iNTACT was going to be able to get more. They didn't even get the bomb down.
Yeah, really nice kills coming out from BornGG, able to shut down the aggression entirely. Really good pillar play there by Woe, able to shut down a lot of players there at the B plat, even though he did whiff the initial shot there on the player going back up toward the stairs. After that, he really made his mark on the round, able to take out a couple terrorists. And now we're forced back on to the Tech 9s, onto the P250s. One deagle coming out from Kai, almost no armor on the terrorist side. And now, A long, Welly in the wakes. And Welly, perfect spray down on the first, second, not a third. Vic, nice headshot onto him with the trade. And now we have the 3 versus 4 as iNTACT tries to push into the A bomb site. Only one is rotated fully over and is in the site. And if they can get this trade, they might establish control of the site. But now, maybe the rotate back. They send one on the lurk flank toward B. And Bomb still stuck at A long. Not quite rotated back.
It's gonna be huge. Did Imperius hear that? He might be aware that there's a player up in this room. Doesn't check the angle, and whoa, takes him out. Probably understands that there are no more players around this area. He's gonna flash it just to be safe. The other players are towards B, or A long, rather.
Skull not able to find the AK shot at the player in vent. Only one left on site. Mac, he's up on Shed. He gets a nice kill with the AWP. And Picky, headshot to end the round onto Vikex. And perfect read coming out from BornGG on both sides of the round, both on the split over toward the B and when they move back toward the A.
We see iNTACT going to be buying into this round as well. This is 7 in a row for Born. iNTACT, their last match, they had a dominant T side. Not able to find a single round on the board yet. All of the players from Born chiming in. They have some excellent KD spreads. Looks like all of their players are going off right now, full cylinders. How does iNTACT come back into this game?
Right there with an AWP shot from EnfoHip onto the B platform. That's going to be big momentum into this round with the early kill. And this is the first time we've really seen this position from iNTACT with the early pick on their side. And let's see how they work it, because so far we haven't been able to see how they handle the 5 versus 4 against Born. And now we see them slow down. They still have a few players toward the B platform. One looking toward long. That'll be Enfo on the AWP. He's looking for any more aggression. And now we see Vikex. He's always the one that wants to push into the lower by himself. He's so good at getting these early headshots. But whoa. He's going to be the first rotator over as he holds the window.
And EnfoHip, such a heavy weight, such a heavy hippo with that AWP. Really needs to open up these rounds like that more often. I love seeing those picks come in from him, playing towards the plat area. He's so good at working all of those angles. And it looks like the rest of his team are going to be pushing towards the site here. With Kai on the platform, finds one, almost gets the second. Their Opera Hot Dog is trapped behind the statue, and he's going to be mollied off shortly. There goes Imperius, chiming in on Hot Dog. Vikex on Whoa. This is solid B control. There's only one CT player left alive. That is how iNTACT make it back into this game. Just slight adjustments coming out onto the B take from iNTACT. Kai going big with some entry kills there. Really pinning down that AWP player in the statue. What a great round.
Yeah, this is the momentum you're looking for once you get the man advantage. They were really good on capitalizing, making sure that Born ran out of utility a little bit later into the round. They slowed down after they got the initial pick, forced out a little bit more utility, and they were able to take that B site with ease after they waited it out with all of their players, get in, have a nice man advantage, and shut down the site.
And this is how that early pick on the T side really, I mean, it's so hard as CTs to hold Cobble with only 4 men spread across the map. You really have to have some Herculean efforts to come back into a round like that. And of course, Born was unable to do so. So what we need to look for now is iNTACT to start building the economy and start chaining some rounds. They do not want to get reset here. They will have enough to buy if they do get reset once, but I'd much rather see them start to build the economy, get a round chain. Actually, most of Born's players on very low money.
Yeah, that's been a lot of kills coming in on the iNTACT side toward Born. They've found a lot of players every round, even if they aren't winning the rounds. And this has been the story, I think, the past couple games as well, is that economy control on Cobblestone is so finite as the CT side, because even if you're losing rounds, you can still find yourself, or even if you're winning rounds, excuse me, you can still find yourself on an eco just because you've lost enough players. And that's so big on Cobble because the utility is, I mean, we're seeing how late utility is being thrown into this game. Just every round. They're looking to shut off the players late because Cobblestone is all about these late pushes, and that is a close leg there onto Kai, but he's going to escape narrowly. And now we're going to back off and maybe a little bit more aggression toward the A side this time around.
Mac won that op shot. He was aiming very low, and that's why he gets the leg instead of the kill onto Kai. Kai narrowly escapes this life to live again and probably push on this A side with his friends. We have pop flashes coming in to Vikex at long, and the other players coming up danger. This is going to be a long funnel coming out from the T side. CT players holding comfortably. They have a third man in the area to slow down the aggression here. And this might be iNTACT faking back towards B. HawpT picks up one on Info Hip, and yep, here we go. You see the bomb, and VicX going to be falling back a little bit, and heading towards that B site now that they have a man advantage over here.
And now it's going to really come down to timing. If they can enter this site without getting too many players picked off, they're going to find the win. But Mac coming in with 2 big kills, one from Woe toward the drop side as well. Welly comes in on the flank, just trying to find the last one, pushing through B halls. That's going to be VicX with the op. He's going to probably do everything he can to save this in the last 10 seconds of this round.
And this is how utility can have such a big impact. You think iNTACT, if they maybe had some flashbangs there to flash that Opper, it doesn't necessarily get a 2K. You can get some men out on site and lane. Ooh, some dirty dancing coming in from VicX around the pillar. Is able to escape with his life and the AWP going into this round. That's a big economic boon to his team. If he would have died after time there and lost the AWP, that would have been crippling.
And now we see the AKs able to come out from every player on iNTACT, and now we're back into the full buy with a full eco, or full economy, excuse me, not an eco. That's how people refer to pistols in this game. But
yeah, it looks like one thing to note here during the slow default of this round, it looks like Born eSports is chiming in the chat with a hashtag BornAgain, which certainly so far on the CT side, it looks like
they are born again.
Yeah, they are born again.
They are born again, and find Christ they will, as they put down the op shots downrange onto Enfos. He pushes in, not 2 for HawpT, but will find the one, and Welly, close angle, nice headshot, finishes it up. Skull and VicX, nice trades there, but Woe is in position. He's gonna find Skull, another through the smoke. That's Kai, and Woe finishing it off through the corner there onto VicX. Phenomenal round from him. That's a quad overall. And going into round 11, we see the economy from iNTACT is a little bit shattered.
That's absolutely right. Unfortunately, that was a gun round from iNTACT, and the economy is not doing so great for them. They are going to have to save into this next round, maybe a couple pistols here and there. And, you know, I will make a prediction, though. I think that iNTACT, much as Christ rose from the grave, they will rise from this half.
And indeed, they will be born again.
Well,
resurrected,
not born again. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Slow round here. Pistols lurking towards B. Not much going on. Trying to fill in some of the dead air. Info Hip Hop. Love from Smiley. What a cute Deagle name. He's going to be looking to take off Mac 1's head. Here's the AWP player. He's an excellent flash. Flash was a little late. He does manage to get 2, though, before Kai is able to trade him. Kai was able to pick up the AK. Oh, Mac is coming in huge with these AWP shots. Just swerving back and forth from around cover, hitting shots in the left, hitting shots in the right. They're going to need to find a way to deal with Mac if they want to win this game, or even come out with any more rounds in this half.
The AWP is really shutting them down, especially toward the B site. They aren't really finding a way to get the flashbangs over in order to deal with him. They aren't able to molly him out. They haven't really had the economy in the past few rounds, but now we find ourselves going in to round 12 with the economy. Maybe they actually have things to deal with it. We see the flashbangs. Lots of Molotovs coming out from iNTACT. And now we're back into a gun round, trying to find a little bit more momentum. And they can take another 4 rounds here if they are careful.
We have 4 players right now towards the A side of the map. There's only 2 CTs here. You have to think that if they can make moves and maybe get a pick, that they can take control of this site early into the round. They have the utility to do it. They have the manpower to do it. They have the guns to do it. But are they going to be able to pull out a second round, or is this half going to continue sliding away from them?
We see only 1 minute and 8 seconds left in the round, and not much utility left on the iNTACT side. They do have the smokes, but only 2 flashbangs to enter the site. Once they establish the site control, they will have the smokes to keep the control. But getting into the site could be problematic, as we see. Now they lose a little bit of control toward the B side. CTs have a player pushed all the way through, up into the B halls, and now they only have control toward A.
I believe this is Welly here on the ramp. He gets flashed in. This is the first kill. Able to pick up 1, but he is traded by Kai. He is going to be fighting from that slow position. We have the bomb out at the end of wood. And Enfo coming in big with the pick on Mac. That is A site control from the T's. And as I have said, this is going to be a tall order to retake with BornGG, as they have 2 players in the connector position. With their economy looking good, they can go for this round. If they can find another pick or 2, they will have a chance. This has to be in for iNTACT's second round. If you're an iNTACT fan, if you're rooting for iNTACT at all, you really need to see them clutch this out. Enfo starts it off with 1. Kai, an excellent headshot into Picky to close it out. iNTACT on the board with 2, so not getting completely taken out of this half yet.
And one more will drop the economy of Born down to nothing, but they will have to deal with the double op setup coming out from BornGG. We haven't seen much from iNTACT when they have to deal with this double op setup. They've struggled clearing HawpT and Mac off of the B site.
Not sure exactly. Looks like HawpT is double towards. Yeah. Oh, actually, Mac is playing over on A at this point in time. And Enfo was able to find HawpT from in the op duel over on the B site. Kai is already out, finding the drop room player that he knows plays there every round. Almost gets a third along the statue. Picky's only on 19 HP. And the VicX lurk towards A. He's so good at finding these angles and getting an advantage. The Born players, Mac 1 looks like he's abandoning the site.
And now save may be coming out, but if the save is called... Oh, and there's the flame kill onto Picky, and surely B site will be taken, but they are maybe making the choice to rotate? No. There's the save from Mac. He's choosing to save the AWP, and now the bomb will go down, and indeed, the round will end.
But he's peeking the door. Gets legged. It's down to 45. That is an aggressive thing to do right now. I mean, he's not going to be able to afford an AWP in the next round if he loses that. I kind of wonder what he's doing gallivanting around the B site, especially when he knows there's an Enfo Hoppo waiting for him.
And now we see the save coming out from Mac. Next round, no buy coming out from Born, and iNTACT will have to deal with the Eco Pistol buy. And they, so far, this tournament, they have not really struggled against Ecos. They've only really lost pretty hard against 1 Eco buy in the last game. And so with that in mind, they have been able to play these slow defaults. They have been able to take advantage of the long angles with the AKs, but they are going to have the single AWP moving into this round. And it's going to go over to HawpT, and he's been huge toward the B site. So if iNTACT chooses to walk into that, and actually a few M4s coming out from Born, they're going to force right back into this.
A little confused, though, that, I mean, Mac 1 has been carrying so far with the AWP. There it is. That's the swap back over to Mac 1. HawpT opting for the deagle. Maybe he's saying, I'm not feeling so hot right now. Mac 1, you have got this. This looks like it might be a cheeky pick coming out. Instead, Mac 1 opts to hold the angle. He does have terrorist players on the other side of this position. He's most likely going to get flashed. And will he see the shoulder? Gets 1 kill. Running back. Will the Opera have the movement to escape? Imperious chimes in from danger. He had a teammate there. And that, Welly down as well. That is a huge mistake from the counter-terrorists thinking they had fire support from an angle. Getting picked off instead. Whoa, able to find some neutral game towards the B halls with Skull. And coming out on top of that exchange, the bomb is on the site with only 1 player over there. Tries to smoke off the angle, instead just dies. And Enfo, CZ to op swap, cements control of this round. You see Woe on lower slope, needing to find a way to win a 1v3.
And now, so much momentum is swung back into the iNTACT side. We saw this last game. They were really able to establish back control after losing it early, and now in through the wall there, Woe gets a kill with the molly in through the spray down, and now unexpected VicX there in the corner. He's been quiet the whole round. He just sits, gets the op after the round.
I will say though, I mean they gave him a 1v1, and Enfo sits way too long on a Molotov and gets killed, and then the only thing that saves them is that they had 3 players clustered in the same position, and the counter-terrorist wasn't expecting that.
Sure.
So VicX can line up the easy headshot, but that was inches away from being an actual 1v3 retake clutch. It's crazy to see.
And now, poor economy coming out from Born in the last round of the half. But we will have a couple shotguns. Those can be dangerous, especially toward the drop position and the lower position that they're playing in now. We'll see Mac with the mag. Mac with the mag.
It's Max. Mag
Mac. He'll be toward the drop position with that mag. And HawpT toward the lower. But iNTACT, nice and slow play. They're still sitting a lot toward mid. No one pushing up much toward either side. Picky, aggressive platform position. This surely has to be Molotov'd out at this point. If they choose to
And
take
here's
the
the
B
fourth
site.
player. I'm trying to find the fourth player here. I was wondering about that. Let's see if we can get back into HawpT's perspective. They have a stack, a cheeky stack. All of the angles that Born is playing are cheeky right now, and they do have 4 men towards the A side. They have a long A boost. They have a totem in mid. Those footsteps are going to be heard. Ooh, HawpT peeks out. Poor timing. Vikex able to take off the head. The players are ready for the second player, and Vic picks up a clean 2 to entry as well.
And Vikex, great double headshot there. Welly, he's going to find 2 with the Famous. And Imperius, great headshot trade onto Welly, but we have one more. Mac, he's found his way up to long, but he's going to find 1 headshot onto Enfo. Now we're into the 2 versus 2. We have the CZ and the Mag versus the 2 AKs, and they're back toward the B site, iNTACT with the bomb. And depending on the timing here, Picky, he's going to be pretty close up. Might be able to stop this bomb plant. This is so close. He has to come out with a trade here. Great play by Skull, able to get the bomb plant secured for Imperius, recognizing that he has to get the bomb down. He has to let his teammate sit in that position with no gun out for at least a few seconds. And now, Mac, no incentive to save. He's going to push through the B door.
Last round of the half, you're down 10-4, and iNTACT able to make the mature play, trust your teammates, and get the bomb down in time. And Skull will send away the half to pick up a 5th round for iNTACT, really making a huge comeback into this. That was fantastic. It was at 1.10-1, and then iNTACT was able to take the last 4 rounds of the half, which is going to be their saving grace. They will need to come up with a very strong CT side if they want to take this one, but it is in the realm of possibility now. They're not facing down a 12-3 scoreline going into the CT side.
It's very important to take pistol here. If you take pistol, you're only down a couple of rounds. Assuming that you execute properly, you take the 2 rounds after pistol, you're going to be at the 8-10 scoreline. And that's not too bad of a position to be in Cobblestone. This right now, the way the meta has evolved, more toward the T side. However, when you have a strong CT setup, and so far, iNTACT has shown us they have a pretty solid CT side setup. They know how the rotations work. They know when to rotate the player over from connector over to the A site. They only play the solo A setup when they really have seen no aggression coming out from the T side. And, that's really what we're looking for moving in to this second half here.
iNTACT in their last match did struggle greatly on their CT side. They were able to pull it back at one point, but if they lose as many rounds initially as they did in the last match to a T side, then they are certainly going to be sent home. Or they're already at home because this is an online qualifier.
Yeah, but
so they're all sitting at home.
Figuratively home.
Figuratively sent packing.
The worst kind of home.
Worst kind of home. And this is an interesting time for a pause. Maybe this might be a bio break, as some would say. I don't know how much strat goes into pistol rounds because teams usually have their set pistols they do.
Yeah, I don't think we're talking about much of a strategy here, unless it is coming out on the Born side. Maybe they want to discuss their T side a little bit as well. Unfortunately, we're unable to find out why we're pausing games. We don't have a huge production crew. Just the 2 of us.
Just so. And the admins only barely get us connection strings in time for us to tune in for pistol rounds. So.
Yeah. And so we have
I love admins. I'm not trying to throw shade on admins.
No, it's not. That's not the issue. The issue is we just don't have production.
We don't have any in the studio.
Yeah. By the way, if any super high level producers want to, just hit us up, then give us some production. That'd be really cool.
It would be a saving grace indeed. It's just 2 men, 1 PC, 2 screens, 1 microphone, and an OBS studio. That's basically it. That's basically all that's going into this right now.
And now we still have the pause
and a lot of love.
Now, what do we think we're going to see here from iNTACT going in to the second half? Are we going to see them stack toward the A site like they have a few times here on the pistol round? Do we think that they're going to play the more aggressive connector setup?
I think they're going to be looking for a default. They don't have a smoke, but they do have a diffuse kit. The Kobe is an interesting pickup. I'm wondering where Imperius thinks he's going to be able to find that. Maybe
last game he was sitting toward the drop position. Yeah. He was standing at the window and he tossed that nade in as he heard the footsteps fall in the drop room, which is actually a fairly strong play. I think it has the potential to do a lot of damage, especially if they do the heavy drop rush through the connector into the A site. That's a really popular play from teams these days, even into the professional level. And so you really have to expect that coming out from quite a few teams. That's going to be a strong play from a lot of T sides. And then of course you have just the A long and the A lower rush that you can do as well, that a lot of teams are privy to as well. But Born a little bit more seems to be a little bit more conditioned team. Maybe we'll just see a strong default coming out from them, a nice spread in the first few minutes or first few seconds here of the round.
Their CT sides did look pretty good. There was a lot of individual plays and step-ups happening in those earlier rounds that really cemented them some of those close ones. It'll be interesting to see how this translates to their T sides. I definitely know that a lot of teams can really falter when it comes to the strategic side of play, and if you're not hitting the headshots, then your team's not going to win the round. So I will be interested to see what Born has in store for us. Looks like a 4-man drop execute with the bomb. No time wasted. Going into connector.
And so much damage coming out from that nade. We talked about watching that coming out from Imperius, and does about 100 damage total onto the team of BornGG. And now we see Mac hiding in connector. That's going to be a free pickup for him onto Skull. VicX, great headshot to trade. And now the 2 versus 3 to BornGG. And they have the bomb down and site control. Both players pushing up toward the Door and Juliet position. They have no flank to be found.
And how do the players find their way back into this round? They have a kit. They have armor. What they do not have is all the time in the world. VicX does find the first. HawpT is able to trade. This is now a 1v2 for Vic.
And we've seen him in situations like this. He's so great under pressure. He was able to find the previous headshot, but HawpT, nice jumping shot over the wood to clean up VicX. Great first round from them. Nice pickup. Good control of the A site. And that drop nade actually not able to do as much going into the late game of that round as we thought it might.
Unfortunately, so many of the CT players died before they were even able to get body shots onto those players that might confirm kills. And it looks like iNTACT is going for a more mature thing. They want a very good buy when it comes to the gun round of this game. You see no players buying armor and only light pistols.
And you may want to see the double AWP setup. You see VicX and you see Info on high money right now toward the 1800. Welly comes out, great double headshot in the connector there. Picky, bomb plant onto A, no control from the CT side. One player toward lower, he'll be picked up by Woe. That's an easy kill for him. Skull on the flank through the connector, through the mid connector, but he's not going to be able to find any.
And this is just
I take that back. He actually is going to be able to find one with the 5-7. Woe wasn't there quite to see him cross, so he's not going to pick him up before he crosses toward the lower door there. And HawpT pushing through the mid here, looking for Info. Knows he's probably here toward the middle. Info almost catches him reloading, but not quite able to close it out.
HawpT peeking the door while he's reloading is an interesting choice. He's trying to make it a little harder for himself, but he doesn't die, doesn't get punished for it, and is able to clean up one more Mac 10 kill with that sweet, sweet money. So as we said, this is the difficulty of losing the pistol when you're down 5-10. Is iNTACT clearly with USPs in this round. They do have one player with a deagle, unless Skull goes full Dupree on Born right here. I think this is going to be 13 for GG. And iNTACT is going to have a steep climb back into the CT side. Welly running up danger, gets a fantastic headshot on Vic. Mollies and Utility are coming in. Imperius out of the Juliet position, as well as Kai, get mowed down by Picky. And this is, of course, the round I had expected. Info now has a deagle, but has 5 terrorists and a bomb down to worry with. This round is over.
Nice clean execute coming out from BornGG there. Nice flow through the A connector. And no casualties as they enter the site. And so with that, you'll see 3 players on the Mac 10s, maybe not even going up to an AK, and we'll have the full buy coming in from iNTACT. So we don't have head armor on at least 2 players on the iNTACT side. So if they get their heads taken off by that Mac 10, it won't matter.
This is a mind game I've seen a lot more terrorist teams play recently, where they keep those SMGs as long as they can because they know that smart CTs want to save money. And here comes the meat grinder. Kai, or Imperius rather, picks up one at the drop position. He's looking for more, finds a second. He's gonna swing wide, takes off the head of a third with Kai, and Mac 1 does shut him down eventually. He's now in a 1v2 where he has control of the bomb.
Now Skull, he's at the rock. He knows that one's behind the statue. He waits for the peek out. There it is. Nice round closeout with the AWP from Skull. We've seen him pick up the AWP a couple times here in the past couple of games, and he's looked very good with it. Really nice static op control. Always able to hit that nice little clean shot, and that's exactly what you need on the CT side.
The economy for BornGG is very strong. They're able to buy AKs and still have some dosh left in the bank. Full utility coming out, even the AWP on Mac 1. See if we find an op battle to watch this time around. Wally, above the drop room, smoked off. They have Picky towards long, spamming the smoke, but there are no players immediately pressing onto them. But we do have Vic X posted up here in lower A in danger, trying to find these players that are lurking towards the A side of the map.
And it seems like we've had a nice pace switch up here from BornGG on the T side. Welly finds one. That'll be over towards the lower A side of things. And now, toward the drop side of things. He's pushed up all the way through, finds the one on statue. Able to identify, goes down to 1 HP. That's a close one. Skull able to finish him off with the M4. Vic X, he's going to have a nice easy time here with the jumping AWP. Unable to find the no-scope there, Mac 1. Gets his head ripped off, and now Picky, the AK kill through the vent room onto Skull, and now they have the A-site control, but there is the flank. That's going to be Vic X with the AWP. Kai, nice headshot through the vent room, and now, whoa, a left alone on site with only a couple flashbangs to work with, and he's going to get pinched from 3 different angles here. The AWP, they have the control. They know he's right behind the shed. Now, Enfo picks up. Nice headshot from him right through the corner, and Vic X, easy defuse for him. Picks up the round, no need to have a kit.
That will be iNTACT picking up their 7th, so making the right steps to be able to come back into this game. A couple weird mistakes from players coming out in that round. I see a lot of counter-terrorists getting picked off on the rotate by a player that runs into storage room quick and shoots them through the vents. I mean, I really feel like if you think that the connector door is already smoked off, you should be at least ready to shoot back at that angle. And then the terrorist player re-peeking it into a CT who knows he was there previous and then gets fragged. So it's kind of like little mistakes going both way. In the end, turns out that iNTACT comes out on top of that round. But like I said, the economy of Born is good. This is multiple gun rounds in a row. The op duel towards long. Mac 1 is ready and waiting. Vic X walks into his loving and somewhat lethal AWP embrace. Whoa. Seems to know there's a player long. And Skull is in the midst of enemy lines.
And right now, it seems as though Born is able to just take A control for free. They only have one player toward the long side. He's picked off. That's Skull right there. And now, we have the 4 versus 4. And Born is going to walk into the site with no interruption as they get the bomb down, and they'll have full control of Juliet. That's going to be nice op miss there from Mac. I was about to say nice op shot because I almost expected him to hit it straight up, but finds one more toward the connector side. That's on to Kai and Welly. He's in the corner position here. He's ready to swing out, but there is the flank by Skull.
I really wish that Skull does get a kill, but I almost want these players to save their AWPs into the next round. WP setup is so critical. And Born is able to find both of them to go up to 14. And that is some serious economic damage. This is what I'm talking about. If you save those AWPs, you might be able to buy into this round and have a decent chance. But Born is certainly going to go up to 15 here, unless iNTACT can pull out another miracle play, as they did in the last game.
And as we move into the 22nd round here, we'll have only pistols. They did buy down to 0, so they are trying to go for the W here. We're not looking to go for the tie. Just pushing straight into the W. Full armor, pistol setup, M4 on Vic X. He has a couple flashbangs as well. And that's all we're seeing from the counter-terrorist side. We're going to look for aggressive pushes with these flashbangs, trying to take control, maybe of the B platform. There's 2 pushed up there. Welly finds one of them. Vic X, he's able to find one toward lower A as well. Picky. That's toward Kai. That's toward the B platform, I believe. And now, counter-terrorists only left with 2 players left on B. That's Enfo Hip and Imperius. He's going to go down. Woe's going to find Vic X. And now, we're on to map point to BornGG.
And that force buy really came to, I mean, nothing. Did they even get a single kill? They got 1 kill from Vic, I think.
Yeah,
towards lower
1 kill.
This is looking grim indeed for iNTACT. BornGG looking fantastic. They have money in the bank. They have 8 map points in a row.
Now, we have the Deagles, we have the CZs. 2 of the scouts as well, so we're probably going to see one of those running toward the long A, maybe, or perhaps not. We'll have the one toward the lower position. Misses the initial shot. Actually, no, does get 1 tag lower, and excuse me, he got tagged. And now Skull able to pick him off with the second scout shot, excuse me, and now HawpDog headshot on the VicX trade, but VicX able to find him with the Molotov. Imperious pushing through the Juliet position. Whoa, able to find the headshot onto him. Kai, scout headshot. That's a fantastic shot through the corner. Picky able to trade, and Mac, 2 nice cleanup kills to close out the game. And what a phenomenal performance he had this match.
Absolutely. Mac was going huge with the AWP on both the CT and the T sides, getting some key picks in the rounds there. And unfortunately for our boys over at iNTACT eSports, that has ended their run at the DreamHack Denver Open online qualifier here.
And great performance coming out from iNTACT, an intermediate team performing here at the DreamHack Open. That'll be round 3 for them. So lots of
they went 2-1. They went 2-1, and that's awesome. I mean, they're an intermediate team. I mean, I've never been 2-1 at a qualifier for a tournament like DreamHack Denver. So cheers to those guys. That's a huge win in my book, showing that they can show up to these qualifiers that not too many teams are necessarily motivated enough to try for, and showing up and making some plays, winning some maps, having a huge comeback on the last map, fighting off a match point that seemed like they were going to be surely down and out of that one, but they were able to claw their way back. Just a couple mistakes, and maybe this is just a firepower deal with BornGG and iNTACT. There's a wide array of talent in the intermediate and premier scenes, and once you get up into these teams, sometimes there's just too many players in the other team that shoot too well, and they don't even have to necessarily beat you tactically, and
it's really difficult when you come to an online qualifier like this, because you're not exactly sure who you're going to be playing against all the time. Mm-hmm. You could draw whoever, in round 1, 2, and so that's kind of where the competition lies. And iNTACT able to come out, put 2 games up is a phenomenal job from them, and looking really solid on the Cobblestone. We'll see them moving into the ESEA season. Of course, Cobblestone will be the first games played in the ESEA season as we move in here in the next couple weeks. So make sure to catch us casting those games as well.
Mm-hmm. Scheduling permitted, we'll try. I'd love to be able to do them live if we can. If we can't do them live, we'll be getting the demos up for the entire season as soon as we can do it after the matches are actually played. So that's something to look forward to. You can find them at intactesports.com. You can find me on Twitter at HawpT Tweets. I believe I don't have it up on this screen yet. I'll make sure that the links are in the VOD description, though. And this is my good friend Savage here. His Twitter's a little more complicated than mine, though.
Mine's GT_Savage with a 3 at the end instead of an E. So we have, of course, somewhere it's been on the stream all the time. So be sure to check it out. And, of course, check out iNTACT and check out Game Tyrant as well, GameTyrant.com. They run local events here in Utah. And for the national scenes of gaming as well, they have a Smash Major coming up here at the end of the week. And that's going to be GTX, so make sure to check that out on VG Bootcamp stream as well.
Yeah.
And that will be running all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So make sure to tune in all day, catch that, and also check out the compendiums if you guys are into Smash or any fighting games like that. Check us out there. I'll be casting, so check me out for Smash 4 and Smash Melee.
Yeah, the esports scene is really crazy these days. The fact that we have a local tournament for mostly Smash, or mostly fighters, but a couple other video games as well, being played in an NBA stadium. We've got almost 700, or maybe did we pass 700 entrants?
Past 700 entrants.
So there are over 700 people that are going to be there competing. Have some big names from the Super Smash Brothers community coming out to try and take home the dual 30K prize pools, one for Melee, one for Super Smash Brothers. I'm stoked for the event. I have my ticket. I'm going to be there. I don't think I'm casting anything, unfortunately. If somebody wants to throw me on a desk there, I would love to do that as well. But
yeah, so if you're in the Western United States area, there's still spectator passes going on. They're $40, and there are hundreds of people attending. Vendors,
come to
panels.
Salt Lake. come to Oktoberfest, and you missed Salt Lake Comic Con because that's going on right now. But come to GTX next weekend.
We'll have tons of crazy stuff, cosplayers, vendors, panels with all the top speedrunners from different games. It's going to be awesome, guys. So check that out on stream or in person. Until then, I guess we're going to close for now. So I am GT Savage.
And my name is HawpT. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you to iNTACT Esports for having us cast their matches. We saw some fantastic CS today. Shout outs to all those guys. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks, guys.